Hello everyone, Peppermint here. Here is a sneak preview of my craft room that I've been telling you about, that I've been trying to organize starting from ground zero. And here is where I keep my beads at. I have two cabinets like this and they're mostly filled up with beads. I tried to arrange the shelves so that there's two shoe boxes stacked on top of each other, and then where there's room beside of those shoe boxes for some bead organizers. And that's how I tried to get it organized. Okay, if you're going to get organized with your beads and you have a multi-pack or a bead soup, then this little bead vac is the ticket. It makes things a whole lot easier, and the yellow tray is also very handy as well. As you can see, it has that little spout where you can pour the beads into another container. And I got both of these items from Amazon. I try to always wait until Hobby Lobby has a sale before I buy any organizers, or at least the organizers that I buy the most of. They usually have a good supply of organizing products, but I also buy my organizers from other places like Walmart, dollar stores, thrift stores, yard sales. I really like the little baggies that they have. The small baggies, like for your jewelry. That is a really good way to organize small craft pieces and still keep your expenses fairly low. Before buying an organizer for your small things, especially if you have a lot of small things, and especially if it's like seed beads and bugle beads, tiny things, you're going to want to consider quality as well. So whenever you pick up a container and look at it to consider buying, look at how it opens and closes, because nothing is more aggravating than having to pick up your beads off the floor because your container gave out on you. This is how I have my alpha beads organized. I think there's about 12 slots in this organizer, and I have about 2 letters per section. And I got this organizer from the Habitat for Humanity resale store. These little organizers, they're real small. They are really handy. They come from Walmart, and they were 99¢, but now they are a little bit more than 99¢. And they are perfect to organize little small projects. Like this is a multi-pack of pony beads that I bought at Walmart. You know, the small pack, there's about 500 beads, and it fit perfectly in this little container. That'd be a good gift idea for a young female kid. Also, it's good for, like, if you buy a secondhand necklace, if you're just going to use the beads from that necklace. A lot of times I'll buy a necklace from a yard sale or a thrift shop if I like the beads, and I will take the necklace apart, and I have used these little containers to separate the beads. 9 of these containers will fit in a Sterilite plastic shoebox size container. I tried to put 10 in there to make it even, but 9 is the magic number. And this is good for traveling. Okay, this little container is actually packaging from something that my husband had. Some little small things from the garage. Here are my 8mm plastic faceted beads, and I have them stored in this container. You can get this size container at Hobby Lobby, Walmart. And the thing about this container is you can buy this container in the craft section at Walmart, but if you go around to the other aisle where they sell the floss, the string, then you can get it for like $1 cheaper, the very same thing. This is my favorite size organizer for bead storage. Here is a container that I bought at a yard sale. You can see I paid $2 for it. I left that price tag on there for you. It's not quite as deep as the other organizers that I have, but it is wide and has a lot of compartments in it, and I like it. You see, I like to use those little baggies. They're really very handy. I like to store my small beads, like my bugle beads and my seed beads. And right now I have my sequins stored like this as well, but I'm still working on those. But I leave them in the little containers that they come in usually. Then I place them in a shoebox like this. This box is filled up with bugle beads, but I have a separate box for my seed beads, and then I have them sectioned off by size. Okay, I'm not finished with my sequins. Actually, I haven't even started on them yet, but I picked these little organizers up from Hobby Lobby, and I thought they would be really good to organize my sequins. You remember those Tic Tac packages that you get with little Tic Tac breath mints? Those would be good as well. So keep your packaging so that you can store some of your smaller beads and items in. And you know, as much as I do, when we purchase a product, we are also paying for the packaging that it comes in. The company that we buy it from has to pay that, and so we have to, in turn, pay for it as well. So we may as well be using what we're paying for, right? I just like to hold on to my packaging sometimes. Not all packaging, but some of it, the ones that I think would be useful for something else. Don't forget to label your organizers. If you can't tell what is in there, then you're going to want to label the outside of your boxes. Doing so prevents you from double buying. Out of sight, out of mind. Just like Deb Huck says, you want to know what you have on hand. It helps you in your creativity as well. And these little labels, these tags, came from the Dollar Tree, and so did the pencil. Overflow beads. What is that? That is where you have a whole lot of one color of the same type of bead, and you just need somewhere to put them until you need them. I have these shoe boxes, and I have them separated by color. Some boxes I have 2 different colors in there, just depending on how many overflow beads that I have. Okay, look in other departments. You can buy a container like this, an organizer like this, in the craft department at Walmart. However, if you go to the fishing area where you buy your tackle boxes at, you can get it for anywhere from $1 or $2 cheaper. This It's the exact same thing as what you can buy in the craft section. It was $4 and something when I bought it, which hasn't been too terribly long ago, maybe last year. But you know, prices have risen. And also, the compartments on this organizer is adjustable. You can adjust how big you need your sections to be. You take the blue sliders out and just place it in the grooves to adjust your sections. And as you can see, I'm using the little plastic baggies here. I like to separate the different types of beads that I have. I don't normally make a whole lot of jewelry, but I made a ring and I just have that in there. Also, your organizers. If you're not going to be storing them flat, which I would recommend to stand them up on a shelf. That's how I like it anyway. But be sure you have an organizer that has good latches on it. I have little shoe boxes with projects in them that I have not completed yet. You know, you get started on something and you don't finish it. Look how pretty those eggs are. I have not finished that. I'm going to do a video on that. So if you want to see that, then leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe to my channel. And hit the bell. That way you can be notified. Here's a project where I was going to make some pony bead doggy keychains and possibly sell them for charity, for an animal charity. And I just have all my stuff in there. Okay, yard sales. That's my favorite place to buy them. You can get them anywhere from 50 cents with the organizer filled up with beads on up, just depending where you're getting them from, who you're buying them from. This is actually another tackle box. It came in another duffel bag, and there was like 3 of these inside the duffel bag, and it was $5 for all 3 of them. The Dollar Tree. You can get these little containers at the Dollar Tree. You can get them in the craft section, but if you go to the food section where the food containers are, you can get the very same thing, and you can get 2 additional containers in the pack. This is an organizer that I bought from the Dollar Tree. Isn't that a cute little vintage angel head bead? Remember those little rings? The only thing about this organizer is, you see the round hump in the middle there? It just does not make good for stacking. But as long as you're aware when you buy it that it's there. And here is another one. It's a little bit better. I also got it from Dollar Tree. And all of those beads came from Dollar Tree. Every last one of them. And these organizers, they're not the best quality, but you're not really paying for the best quality. You're only paying $1 or $1.25 now. One type of organizer stands up and the other does not. If you turn it the other direction and stand it up, then it will. I don't believe that Dollar Tree still has this organizer, but you can pick them up in thrift stores and at yard sales still. And I'm keeping my little bells in there. It's just like the shoe boxes, but on a smaller scale. They're real cute, and they have that latch on the sides that will hold the lid on real well. I haven't seen them at Dollar Tree lately, but you never know, they could be on the website. I bought this secondhand. It's another project box. This container is from IKEA. I did not buy it directly from IKEA. Someone else did, because I bought it secondhand. But the container originally came from IKEA. And the only thing about this container that is different from any of the others is the tray will come out. I don't know how that would benefit you, but if you know, leave me a comment. Here is another type of box. I just have natural beads in there. I got seashells and wood, and it's just another container that I wanted to show you that, you know, you can use almost anything. I believe I got this container at a yard sale somewhere, and it snaps really well. Don't forget about your flat back beads. I'm still working on those, as you can see, and I paid $1.99 for this container. It's actually another fishing tackle box, but I paid $1.99, probably at Goodwill. So that wraps up my organizers for beads and how I organize them in my cabinets. So please like this video and consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you. Also, please watch the videos of the other participants in this collaboration and consider subscribing to their channels as well. If you would like to participate in any of the collaborations, then please send me an email, and there will be an information link in the description box below. The next collaboration will be May the 12th, and it will be on paint and paint tools. That could be anywhere from brushes, stencils, anything that pertains to painting. Any type of painting: watercolor, acrylic, chalk paint, furniture paint, enamel, outdoor paint, statue painting, spray paint, dyes, finger paints, and the supplies that go along with that, primers, cleaners for painting, waxes, sealers, clear top coats, any type of painting, how and where you store your canvases at. So consider sharing some of your expertise by participating in some of these collaborations. So thank you for watching my video, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye-bye.